Hey, what's going on, y'all? Got another video here. Just got a new item in, so I wanted to show it, talk a little bit about it, and as far as the topic on it, as far as prepping and preparedness. And I've just been going through all my preps and all my items, gear, and supplies and stuff, and just like going over each area, making sure I kind of got everything in order, I guess, in a way. There is a knife that I've wanted for a while now, as far as survival knives go. Um, I have all these different knives and all these different tools for different situations. The Tomahawk from Bone Tactical is kind of my go-to for outdoors, for heavy-duty woodwork, plus survival and self-defense. So that's kind of my go-to. And then I got like a Gerber strong arm. That's kind of like my survival knife that I've had that knife for a while. And for the price, it's not bad, but the steel's not the greatest. Keeping an edge on it and sharpening it, getting the edge back, it's not really that great of a knife. It's got a lot of criticism over the years here for not being that great of a knife, but it does, it has its purpose. But as far as being a great survival knife, full tang knife, it's not the best. So, and there's a knife that I wanted for a while that's like kind of the top 5 best survival knives to get. And for the price too, and the quality, you can't beat it. It's one of the better ones out there, and it's been around for a little bit now. But I went ahead and picked one up to get a good survival knife in my preps, and a full tang knife that I know that is good quality, and lasts a long haul, and a knife I could bet my life on. It's gonna do the job and last for a while. So. Anyways, but the one I picked up is the Morakniv, the Garberg. This is a knife I've been looking at for a while now. And if I was going to get a survival knife, good quality survival knife, this is the one I wanted to get. I do have a Morakniv, the regular, not the full tang, but just the regular Morakniv, which they used to be like, I think like 13 bucks, but I think they're like 20 now. I'm not for sure on the price on those. But I do have one of those that I got in subscription box a while back. So, and that's good for small tasks, camp tasks and wood carving. Great knife for wood carving. We were actually using that. My son is in Scouts and Cub Scouts, and we were doing the race cars, and we were using that knife on a camping trip, carving one of the cars. So it's a great knife for small woodwork, making a fire, kindling, and all that stuff. Shaving off shavings, and the sharpness on these knives are ridiculous. That's one thing I love about the more knives. If you don't know anything about the more knives, they are I think it's Sweden, made in Sweden, and they had that like I think they call it a Scandinavian grain or cut. On the Scandinavian blade on the edge, or Scandinavian edge is what I'm trying to say. On the knife, so that's what they're known for. But man, they are freaking sharp, and just great quality knives. But anyways, more knives been around. This is actually, the Garber's been out for a while now. Like I said, I've been wanting to get it, and I just wanted to get a good survival knife in my preps, and then just to add to what I have. I'm opening it from the bottom here. But I just picked this up. I got this on Amazon. Now I did get the one with the leather sheath. You can see that right there. And get the knife. This is on Amazon for $90 with the sheath. You can get the Garber with the regular Kydex sheaths that they come in. I think those were going for like $60. And then they had I think a survival one where it came with a ferrocerium rod. With the Kydex sheath, and I think those were going for like 80 or something. But I wanted the one with the leather sheath, because for me this is going to be outdoor knife, but also if SHTF type situation, this would be the knife I would have on my person. It'd be my EDC knife. Instead of having a folder, I would have this on me on my belt. And the leather sheath is very good quality leather, just very well stitched. I mean, just amazing. But anyways, you run your belt through there and put it on your belt, and it's got a nice buckle on it. And this is put out by Morakniv. So this is a very good high quality sheath, leather sheath here for this knife. But anyways, here's the knife itself. The Garberg, you see, it's a full tang knife. You see down at the bottom down there. Little girl, get that binky out of your mate. All right, come on, go on. Go watch the movie. Get that binky out. You don't need no binky. Anyways, we're fighting her with that binky still. And anyways, this full tang knife you see down there at the bottom does have where you can run a linear on here, which I'll probably go ahead and do. Put some paracord on there. And but yeah, just a very nice thick. It's even got the 90-degree back here, so you can take your ferrocerium rod and get sparks with it. But just a awesome survival bushcraft. A lot of the bushcraft guys love this knife. I remember when it came out, not Black Scout, but Pathfinder. Dave Canterbury was a big advocate of this knife when it came out. All the bushcraft guys were carrying it, and they loved it. Okay, all right. And anyway, so this was a big bushcraft and survival type knife, and it still is. Like I said, the video I watched the other day, it's in the top 5 best survival knives to get, and to this day it still is. Feels great in the hand. That's why I love the Moraknives, how they feel. And for the size and the quality, this thing is freaking solid, dude. This can do everything you need out there in the woods, outdoors, and a survival, outdoors, bushcrafting type situations and stuff. But I did get the one, the leather sheath. Just some of the specs on the knife. It's carbon steel. The blade is 4.3 inches. Overall 9 inches. And the width of it is 0.13. 3.2 millimeters on the thickness of the blade. And it weighs 9.6 ounces is what this knife weighs. So it's not a very heavy knife. That's the other good feature about it. Nice lightweight option, but just still a solid knife. And then it says used with fire starter, full tang. So it's got that 90-degree back, and you can get your sparks there with your ferrocerium rod. So, but anyways, I wanted to show this because, with everything going on, I mean, obviously, you probably heard about the banks and everything. And a lot of the banks are, going bankrupt. And people are now pulling their money out of their banks. They call them, I guess, bank runs, where they're going around and getting all their money out of their bank accounts. Which, to me, that's what the government wants. They want people to take the money out of the banks so they can bail the banks out. The government wants control. So it's kind of, if you are taking your money out of the banks, you're kind of helping the agenda. I think it's all part of their plan with everything. I mean, this is already starting off like 2008. This is how 2008 started, and they've already predicted that it's going to be worse this time around than it was in 2008. So, but yeah, the banks are already, I think today another bank's closing up in New York. Black Scout just did a video talking about this and, more detailed information on it. But I think it's like 2 or 3 banks have already gone bankrupt. And, Biden was talking about on the news yesterday. So anyways, it's just another step in their agenda of, destroying this country. Savannah, go over there. Come on. Oh, you got him ice cream? Oh, that's what you're doing? You getting Dutton ice? Okay, go take it over there. Take him out there. Anyways, it's just another step in their wicked agenda of destroying this country, is what I believe. And I'm not saying go pull your money out, and I'm not saying not to, but honestly, my thoughts and opinions are, if you were gonna, take your money and take it out, but put it towards something that's gonna be, as far as being prepared and being prepping and all that, put it towards food, freeze-dried, nutrient survival. Take that money, go buy a bunch of freeze-dried food from Nutrient Survival. Stock up on food, because that's something you're gonna have. If there is a collapse or SHTF type situation, food is going to be key. Food's going to be number one. So, nutrient survival. The other thing is ammo, guns, ammo, stock up on ammo. Go check out Chase. I did a video on the Chase kit with the antibiotics, and go check them out for medical. Stock up on antibiotics, supplements, Black Forest. Go stock up there. I mean, health is number one. Health is going to be everything, and in an SHTF situation or crisis or whatever. It's health is going to be number one, and stock up on supplements. Like all the videos I've done videos on of all these companies of stuff that I buy that I stock up on. Take that money and go put it towards that. That way you have something. Because if there is a collapse, that paper you're holding, if the dollar collapse, the money, the cash you have is worth nothing. It's just paper. You just use it for burning. But, take that money and invest it into items that you would need in, survival type situation. And as far as prepping and preparedness goes. And, that's why I do what I do. So, if something did happen, my family would be taken care of. And as far as gear goes, go through your gear, go through the different areas. And as far as tools, weapons, ways to purify water, all that stuff. I mean, everything. I even got another item coming in related to the knives. It's a knife sharpener. And the reason I bought it is I have the powered sharpener, the work sharpener, which is electric sharpener, and then I have several small hand sharpeners, but I wanted to get a sharpener that I could have that I wouldn't need power for. Also, I could take it with me in a backpack, and I found this good sharpener just recently. I came across, and I was watching some videos on it, and it's a good company, well made, and a very easy way to sharpen your tools and your knives and your axes and tomahawks and stuff like that. And that's one of the reasons why I got it too, for sharpening the tomahawk. But a mobile way of sharpening your tools to keep them, in working order. So I did pick that up to add into my preps. Something I don't have, and it relates to my knives and tools and stuff, keeping them sharp. And even with the mower blades, I sharpen my mower blades with this sharpener. So anyways, I'll be getting that soon. That's coming in the mail. And but I did just get the more knife here, and I just wanted to talk about survival knives and more tools and preps that you should have. And like for me, this is gonna be like my go-to EDC knife. And especially in a like SHTF type situation, I would have this knife on my person all the time. So, and it's just a good blade for a lot of different tasks, and full tang knife, built solid and tough to get the job done. And just for the weight, the price, quality, and man, I tell you, that joker is sharp too. And you just can't beat the Moore knives. There's a lot of different knife companies out there. Black Scout has a lot of knives. You can go Bone Tactical makes a lot of great knives. Tops knives, was it SC knives? There's a lot of those are in the top 5 good knives out there. And if you're a knife collector, you know more about the knives. Me, I'm not really a collector. I'm just knives I have for a certain reason. For certain jobs, but this is just one of those knives that I've always wanted for a great survival knife, and something I definitely want to have in my preps and have in there. So anyways, guys, go check out more knives, check your preps, get your things in order, get everything in order, because yeah, man, it's just gonna get worse and worse. And now the banks are start to shut down, and people are going to start pulling their money out, which is going to make the situation even worse, and more banks are going to close. And check to see if your banks insure your money. Some banks insure your money up to like $250,000 or something, and they'll insure your money. But I think the government wants people to do what they're doing and pull their money out, and to make things worse in our economy for economic collapse. We are being attacked from so many angles, so many different situations. It's at times it's hard to process all the angles that they're attacking us by. I believe there's this big wicked agenda to destroy America and to get rid of America. So their wicked agenda can move forward, and communism is the future, is what they're looking at, and is what they want. So it's power and control, power and control. That's all the government cares about, is power and control. So, and they're all a bunch of greedy bastards. So anyways, but man, like Black Scout, Jack always says, I see I got my Black Scout shirt on. Stay strapped, stay dangerous, and stay frosty. And for real, it's like every day, man. You got to be ready every day, and there's no telling when things will probably just, chaos comes. So, but anyways, guys, take care. God bless. And if you haven't found Jesus Christ, that's always another thing I always say in a lot of my comments. If you haven't found Jesus, do so. Do so ASAP. And if you don't have Jesus in your life and have a relationship with Him, and you haven't given your life to Christ, do so. I mean, I'm praying for the ones that aren't prepared for what's to come, and for the ones that don't have Jesus in their life. I really pray for, because He's the only one that's gonna help us get us through for what's to come, and it's only gonna get worse and worse and worse, and harder to get through. So, anyways, guys, take care. God bless, and I hope this has helped. Check your preps, get your things in order, and take care, y'all. All right.